This is instruction on citing sources within a research paper. The first video went over what they look like, and you notice that within a research paper there are what are called internal or parenthetical citations that refer to a source on what is called a works cited page. And what we're looking at here is an MLA guide. I've handed this out in class. You of course may print this off. There's a copy on Fusion, and or if you don't have one, I may have some extras in the classroom. But this will tell you exactly how to prepare your citations and prepare your works cited page. And so this needs to be followed rather carefully. So let's go up to the first thing you do when you get a source is you need to prepare the information that you are then going to put on the works cited page down here. So let's go back up to the top. This tells you exactly in what order things go and what punctuation is used. You'll notice that each one of these begins with an example of what it should look like, and then a guide, a very detailed guide on what goes in there. So we notice that this magazine article begins with the word Elliot. Well, down here we find out that that's the last name of the author of the article, which is followed by a comma, which is here in the explanation and in the example. Then we go to the first and middle names of the author, followed by a period. Here is a period. Notice we didn't have middle names, so they were left out. And then we go to the title of the article in parenthesis, in quotation marks, with a period at the end of the title. And then there's a space and the title of the magazine in italics. Notice that there is no punctuation at the end of the title of the magazine. If you're doing this longhand to make something italicized, you underline it. Now the name of the title of the magazine is then followed by the date, and notice that the date is not written the way we normally write dates. This is written with the day of the month, followed by the year, followed by a colon, which is right here, the colon. And then you put in the page numbers on which the article appears in the magazine. This article appeared between 25 and 32. That is followed by a period, and then the type of media. For our purposes, there are only two types. There's print and web. So that is what goes on to the works cited page. Now, if you are within your paper and you're using something from this article, at the end of where you are using it, this is what your parenthetical reference will look like. It will be a parenthesis, last name of the article, a space, the page on which the data appeared, parenthesis, and then a period. And so that is how you do the internal or parenthetical citation for this article. And that is pretty much the story. The key to this is following these guides. Please do not try to locate any logic in them or try to memorize them. It is a waste of time. You have this guide. By the time you memorized it, if you did, they would probably change the rules. There's some things that seem to change every year. And that is pretty much how you prepare your citations and how you show the internal citation here. So as an exercise, if you haven't done this already, you need to complete this assignment. You'll need to go to the Fusion page, go to the research paper folder, and then you're going to want to open up a couple of files here. The first one you're going to want to open up is this one that says you quoted from a website. This is the first item on the MLA practice piece, and that has some information on it that tells you about a source. So I want you to look at that, determine what kind of source it is, and then I want you to go back here, locate the type of source, and prepare what would go on the works cited page. Okay? And then the next step after that is to go to this MLA practice sheet. There are a bunch of sources on here. I just want you to do 1, 2, and 3. Notice on 2 I've crossed out the name of the second author, so it'll be a book by just one author. And again, prepare these as though you were going to put them on your works cited page. Make sure that you correct any capitalization errors that you might find in here. There are some that have been put in on purpose. Now, it is your duty to do this absolutely correctly. And you can do this longhand on a sheet of paper or type it and bring it in, and we'll take a look at it then. So that is how you prepare MLA citations. Thank you.